Thanks, Ron. I forgot I have to stream this. Oh, okay.
As well as the mic.
Oh, okay.
So you might want to take those back.
I will take those back for sure. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Just go to the side. Okay. Okay, we're good to go. It's live. If you want to tell any of your people, there's nobody watching yet.
Well, they just go to the Temple Sholom website.
Yeah.
Click on the.
Right, but if they want to watch live, there's nobody watching yet. It's going to be recorded, so okay. Okay.
What? Is it 2:00?
It is 2:00. It's actually 10 after.
Oh, that's odd. Because I sent all the information they gave me this morning. I sent to Israel and.
Oh, there's two now. There's two people watching now. Okay, so they got it. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. The camera is here. Don't pay any attention to the microphone. It's not hooked up to anything. But if we stand in this spot, then we'll be able to. So we can see what it's 12 a.m.
Are we okay over here?
Yeah, I'm just going to turn it a little bit. Here we go. Okay. Maybe just a little noise for a moment as this dump truck takes down some more gravel. I actually handed out to you back so you can hold the other side of my foot. I just handed it out.
Oh, I see.
Are we okay to wait a few minutes? I don't want to be interrupted. We're going to dump a bunch of gravel.
So we're gonna be in Israel for 1 year. What are some traditions for that?
Well, you certainly would say Kaddish at that point.
Yeah.
And you may want to go to a place that's special to her to do
Right.
that. A gathering similar to this, to wherever you say Kaddish before you do so, to share some memories as we're going to do this ceremony. That would be the most. So, thank you all for being here. I know we were just saying that it feels like you were just here. And place is not only because Yaffa is buried here, but because your memories of her are evoked when you're here. So that doesn't have to be in this place. It can be at any time that you gather together. But that you are here together with each other and that she brings you together. It's just another extension and expression of the love that she had for you throughout her life. There would be, I think, a painful joy in knowing that she was able to bring you all together again, even though it's for such a sad moment as to dedicate her Tzivah, her martyr. So we're going to do a brief ceremony, and then in just a few moments, after a few readings, I'm going to invite you to share stories or memories, moments that you've thought of her in the past year, places and times when you've heard her voice or the absence of it. And then we'll dedicate the marker, we'll say Kaddish, and we'll place a stone. To this sacred place we come, drawn by the eternal ties that bind our soul to yours. Death has separated us. You are no longer at our side to share the beauty of the passing moment. We cannot look to you to lighten our burdens, to lend us your strength, your counsel, your faith. And yet what you mean to us neither withers nor fades. For a time we touched hands and heart, and still your voice abides within us. Still your tender glance remains a joy to us. For you are a part of us forever. Something of you has become a deathless song upon our lips. So beyond the ache that tells us how much we miss you, a deeper thought compels. We were together. We hold you still in our minds and give thanks for life and love. The happiness that was, the memories that do not fade, they are a gift that cannot be lost. You continue to bless our days and years, and we will always give thanks to you. Me'ayin yavo ezri, Esainai, Echarim, Me'ayin yavo Ezri, Me'im Adonai, Osei, Shamayim v'aretz, Ezri, Me'im Adonai, Osei, Shamayim v'aretz. I lift my eyes to the mountains, and what is the source of my help? My help comes from Adonai, the maker of heaven and earth. In the rising of the sun and its going down, we remember her. In the blowing of the wind and the chill of winter, we remember her. In the opening of buds and the rebirth of spring, we remember her. In the rustling of leaves and the beauty of autumn, we remember her. In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember her. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember her. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember her. When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember her. So long as we live, she too shall live, for she's now a part of us as we remember her. Let's read together the English of Psalm 23, Mizmor LeDavid. I'll read first just the first line in Hebrew. Mizmor LeDavid, Adonai ro'eh v'lo echsar. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. God makes me to lie down in green pastures. God leads me beside the still waters. God restores my soul. God leads me in the paths of righteousness for the sake of God's name. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord. Birth is a beginning and death a destination, and life a journey. From childhood to maturity and youth to age, from innocence to awareness and ignorance to knowing, from foolishness to discretion and then perhaps to wisdom, from weakness to strength or strength to weakness and often back again, from health to sickness and back we pray to health again, from offense to forgiveness, from loneliness to love, from joy to gratitude, from pain to compassion and grief to understanding, from fear to fear. From defeat to defeat to defeat. From defeat to defeat to defeat, until looking backward or ahead, we see that victory lies not at some high place along the way, but in having made the journey stage by stage, the sacred pilgrimage. Birth is a beginning and death a destination, but life is a journey, a sacred pilgrimage to life everlasting. So let's lift our eyes from the page, take in the beautiful surroundings that are around us and the people that stand with us, and look inside our souls and our memories to draw lessons from her life. Who has a memory or a story of Yaffa, something you thought of this past year that you can share?
When I think of Yaffa, I always think of children, because she was painting crazy. And whenever I see her grandchildren, I can just imagine how much she loved them and what joy they gave her. But I can still see her when our children were young and looking at them across the room and just smiling, because she just loved children so very much.
I have many memories of this do.
As loud as you can, sir.
Many memories with me emotionally. Far back is playing chess with her when I was very young, and later when I was living at home, I remember every day we shared dreams that we had, and tried to find meaning in them, and discuss some weirdness in our dreams and find things that make sense. She was there for me from every capacity. Conversation about dreams, helping me with science, and a few things that I think she'll be in my thoughts for the rest of my life. There's times when I think of my purpose and bring memories to my mind, and then there are moments just completely out of nowhere, any kind of moment, completely out of nowhere, she shows up in my thoughts. As part of my soul, she visits me in my dreams. I know she's here for all of us, and that's comforting. But it doesn't make it any easier. We will miss you. We'll miss you.
Think of all the times, there's a million things that make me remind me of my Ema. But she really liked cooking for people. She put a lot of love into her cooking. And I used to ask her, can you give me the recipe? And she said, yeah. It would never taste the same. And she's like, oh, well, actually, I do this, this, and this. And I said, well, you didn't write that down in the recipe. Oh, I know, but I just do it that way. So I would constantly try and refine something. I think it was one way that maybe she would just always have the upper hand by not giving me that last secret ingredient or technique to something. But that's one of the things that I think about her all the time when I try and make kubeh or shishlik or yapra, and try and tweak it so it's exactly like she used to make it. I will always think about her as I'm trying to do things as well as she did. but it also makes me feel good. Just making things for the family, which was a big part of who she was, which was to do things for the family, and everyone, guests, family, friends, just making, she would spend time and come out and say hi to everyone. Yeah, but I just got to finish here. That was a big piece that it constantly reminds me of Yaffa, my mom, my Ima.
I can remember when Uncle David brought Yaffa to Canada, and I think the first, 1972. We put in our cabin, and you and Yaffa were on our boat, and we brought her to our cabin this first time together. She put up with all of those crazy butterfields. There's a lot of us, but I just thought, wow, she just was so nice, and I remember her as a child. She just was a loving person, always interested in what you were doing, what you were up to.
Anybody else want to share something? Yeah.
One thing that I remember is, or I should say, I don't really remember her getting angry much. She was always so calm and loving, whatever the scenario, whatever we put ourselves through. She was always there for us, rarely if ever angry. I can't think of one moment. And that, coupled with the fact that she's had various health issues and she was Emma was my biggest inspiration when I had my own health issues. She kept me strong. She was there for me. Her soul was there for me. And I survived. And still.
Anybody else feel like sharing something?
She always beat me in Scrabble, no matter what. English is her second language, too.
I just miss talking about it. And he had a lot of inside jokes and funny things that we'd laugh about a lot. And every time something happens with my kids, I just think, oh, I need to call Ema, because of course I live in Toronto, so I need to call Ema. And then I'm like, oh wow. So that's what I miss the most.
Over the last 10 months, I've lived many things to say to her. And I realized words will never fully describe Yaffa. She is unique. A unique person. Perhaps it's all underneath. Yaffa means beautiful. Hebrew. Beautiful Yaffa. Yaffa the beautiful. Yaffa, 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 Yaffa. She wasn't extraordinary mother, a loving mother. She was a gifted sister of intelligence, a loving aunt, and I know that everybody in Israel was equally devastated by her death. She was, I cannot emphasize more, such an extraordinary person. A person of deep intelligence, deep beauty, and a soul that was filled with love for everyone, but especially me. I cannot imagine my life without Yaffa. It was a wonderful life, and I am today both the luckiest man in the world and the saddest man in the world. I am the luckiest man in the world because I knew Yaffa for 53 years, and they were 53 wonderful years of my life, and I will never, ever forget them. And I'm the saddest person today because I will only have memories in the future. But memories of Yaffa are the greatest thing one can have in one's heart. She was such a lovely, lovely person, gave her love, her life, she gave everything to me. And I love her so.
And so Jacob set up a pillar on Rachel's grave. And so we who are still in mourning come here to express our undying attachment to Yaffa, returning to this place to dedicate this memorial. We remember the moments shared, the times of celebration and the times of difficulty. We remember now the times of warmth and closeness, the times of love and companionship. We pray that we will continue to treasure all that was good in Yaffa's life and that we will retain that good as part of the very fabric of our lives. As we dedicate this memorial, may we recognize that it is but a symbol of our enduring affection for her. Help us, O God, to do her honor by our actions and our aspirations. May her memory lead us to lives of which she would be proud. It reads, Yaffa Butterfield, Bat Khana of Pinchas, 23rd of Tibet, 5,780. Yaffa Butterfield, December 27, 1945 to October 20, 2022. So we're going to chant, I'm going to chant El Malei Rachamim in this time. El Malei Rachamim, Shochen Bamromim, Hamitzeh Menucha Nechona, תחת כנפיך שכינה, עם קרושים ותחורים, כזוכר כי המזכירים, את נשמת יעקב בוטרפילד בת חנה ופנחס, שחלל עולמו, בגן עדן, תהא מנוחתה, בעל הרחמים, יסתירך, ושאת כנפיו לעולמים, ויצרור החיים את נשמתה, אדוני הוא נחלתה, ותנוח בשלום על משכבה, ונאמר אמן. Compassionate God, eternal Spirit of the universe, grant your sheltering presence to Yaffa who has entered eternity. O God of mercy, let her find refuge in your eternal presence in the shadow of your wings, and let her soul be bound up in the bond of everlasting life. God, you are her inheritance. May she rest in peace. And we say together, Amen.
Amen.
The Kaddish prayer is on the back page. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yomad divrach irutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon uv'yomechon uv'chayei l'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala uv'izman kariv v'yimaru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam ulamei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei l'kudisha b'richu, le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechamata, damiron v'alma v'yimaru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yokol Yisrael v'yimaru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, Aseh shalom, aleinu v'yokol Yisrael, v'kol yoshvei tevel, v'yimaru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, Aseh shalom aleinu, v'yokol Yisrael, v'yimaru amen. Aseh shalom, Aseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'yimeru, amen. May her memory always be for a blessing. Amen. So friends, as is our custom, we place stones, and some already have, on previous visits to mark that we have visited here and that she is remembered. I share this story at every unveiling that I do. When I was a rabbi in Los Angeles about 25 years ago or so, the cemeteries there were much more manicured than this. Everything was concrete and asphalt and grasses and curbs. And if you didn't bring a stone with you or get one when you came in the gate, you didn't find one. And I was doing an unveiling similar to this for somebody's grandmother. And the family had forgotten to bring stones as I was explaining this custom. And then about 2 or 3 minutes later, one of their granddaughters, maybe about that age, maybe a little older, came back with her hands filled with stones that she had collected from all the other graves all around her grave. So should you come and find that there are no stones here, they are probably on somebody else's Bubby's grave. So I invite you to take your time. You can stay as long as you want. You already came in through that gate. There's the gate up there, of course, also. And may her memory always be for a blessing. Thank you. If you want to keep the service, you can. If not, I'll take it and use it with another family. Okay? But please don't throw it away, as it has God's name.
I just want to mention that placing rocks for
Okay, tell me.
sisters
That
and the
is
brothers.
exactly 11 years old. Oh, well, you know what? Why don't you put your rock in this huh? Yeah, go put your rocks in. No, wait. You put this one down.
Do you want to keep it? Oh, you do want to keep it? Okay. Nice singing. Look at you singing. Oh.
We may watch it.
Those that are watching online, this concludes the live stream. There will be a